Welcome back to another episode of AngelsBobs Plus, episode 17, I'm pretty sure. Not very good at the whole episode math of things. Should probably just write it down. But we're on another episode of AngelsBob Plus. In the last episode, we finally got loaders, technically, being made. Now we have 4 of them, and we are getting light to produce things. Mainly iron, but that's what we need. And now we have a lot more iron. So it's actually backing up, which I don't technically want. I mean, it's okay if it backs up into this warehouse, because then it will just output onto the side of the belt. So, I mean, in a way it's fine, but yeah. We could actually go solve that issue with just a second loader and a splitter, so let's go do that real fast. And then I think what we'll do is we can either work on gears, because those are kind of costly in iron. Yeah, I think we'll work on gears next, just so that way we can at least get good gear production being made, because the current gear production we have is not good. And I'll kind of show you why it's not very good. Actually do that. And then, so the reason we're going to put in a splitter is so that way we can, so it lets the iron flow on both sides. Because right now, as you can see, it's backing up on the top lane, but we want it to be balanced so that it, let's move the output priority right, just so for inputs and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna take that and let it push down. Yeah, we had some. Yes, notice how we're getting more iron. Alright, so to do gears, we're actually going to be doing a version of this. But the ratio is off. So it's 3 to 2 to this. Because notice how it takes N8. This one produces a little bit of math here. I'm just going to do Helmod for this. So we're going to change this guy over. Actually, let's just get rid of this one. Your recipe. We want to produce this, which means we need this. Output by factory. I believe it's 3, right? Oh, well, technically it's 4, but I honestly don't remember it ever being 4 like that. Not saying this is wrong, but hold up. Alright, so eats 8 every 4 seconds. Produces 4 every, okay, yeah, so. I remember when it was a 1-to-1, and then a 3-to-2. Okay. I mean, that's fine. It doesn't change this setup too much. That just means we have to do something like this. Like that, basically, and then do like that. It's not gonna interfere. Yes, it will. Okay. So then let's go ahead and actually, let me just blueprint. It could be a higher tier, I'm thinking it as well. That is the odd, like 3 to 1 thing or whatever. Oh yeah, so we want this guy. Okay. So we need steel, and we need stone brick, which, am I making stone brick anywhere? Yeah, but not really. So let's go grab some crushed stone and throw it into our little stone brick machine, and then go take a look at coal, because it looks like coal is having some issues. Power is fine. Yeah, we'll go take a look at coal though. We'll probably just throw some of these miners onto it. Let's just grab a bunch of crushed stone to go throw it up over here. Because now we're producing such a large amount that it really doesn't matter. The fact that we are using it for this, I mean, this is pretty much what it's going to be used for anyway. Need inserters. Yeah, we only have 2 miners currently servicing. There we go. That should be a lot more coal. Skulls for the skull throne. Or in our case, coal for the coal throne. Let's go and grab these bricks. It's not really a lot. Yeah, we still need quite a few bricks, because bricks are used in pretty much everything. For metallurgy. Yeah, actually all of it is. So. We'll turn landfill off just temporarily. I thought I had stone. Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, we're just currently waiting on stone, so that's doing its thing. Yeah, see, now we have pretty much a full gray belt of iron. Which is giving us almost a practically full belt of iron ore. Well, actually, this is a 1-to-1, so it should be giving us a... Green doesn't, because of, yeah, just doesn't have enough iron, huh? I do want to get another radar on that side, though, of the base, just so I can see it. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to get a card for moving around the base, because the base is at a point where it takes a lot longer to move. That we're going to start spending quite a lot of our time just running around. That doesn't... it brings power dangerously up. So let's fix that. I think the next thing we'll build, though, are going to be engines. I'm like, you know, this one should be working. I see why it's not. So one there. Now we'll go here and say engines. Train things. that's pretty much it for now. This will be engines, trains, / automobiles, and then we'll figure out what else we need to get further. We will need to probably start getting into oil soon and PetroChem, but luckily our oil and stuff is pretty much right where we're going to be doing PetroChem anyway. It actually worked out really well there. And so I did go ahead and look for, it's not biters, but that is a ruin from the ruins mod. So I did go ahead and look at the settings we used, and biters are, they say they're turned on. So I'm guessing one of the mods I have installed either has turned them off, pushed them very far out, or they're somehow disabled from actually spawning. I'm gonna lean it's probably I pushed them, or not pushed them, I turned them off somehow in one of the mod settings. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on getting a vehicle because running around is not fun. I feel like I'm just gonna be increasingly spending more time running around the base each episode instead of Factorio with Running Simulator. I think we all know a game that's like that. So I should probably research cars. Let's stop all these. Research cars, and then queue back all of these things. So B. Yeah. I don't need Recipe Explorer. But yeah, so we'll get cars going. So how many engines do I need? 8. Okay. I have enough steel for that then. So I'm gonna just do a bootstrapped system real fast, just right here. So to make engines, I need gears, and then I also need iron pipe. I don't even need the pipe. That's, oh, it's perfect. It's a 1-to-1. So it's 5, 6. Well, that should be enough engines, and then should be able to get a car. So that's making its thing. Let's go ahead and grab more loaders. Yes, let's grab up to 9. How many are we gonna need? 4, 8, plus 3, 11. So I need 11 on this side, and then technically 11 on the bottom side, but I'm gonna just get the top side working first, and then we'll worry about more. We have 9, so I only need 2 more. And as the iron and stuff backs up, yeah, we should be good. What will finish first? The engines or the car research? I'm guessing the engines. Luckily, we are able to use... I could probably cut this belt right here off just because there are four beakers, but it doesn't really matter. We are using all of the labs, so that is good to know. Yeah, the engines will definitely finish beforehand because there's only 3 left that need to be crafted, and we're only at 1/3 of the way for automobilism. guess we'll head up over to stone and see if enough stone has been converted into bricks so we can go ahead and get the rest of the gear production going, because then we'll replace this gear production here because it's fairly costly. Really the most costly place is here, right where our belts are being made, and anywhere else that gears are, because the current ratio is, I believe, 2 to 1, and the ratio we will be getting is much less than that. Right now it's a 2 to 1, so two iron plate into 1 gear wheel, which is in a way highly compressive, right? So we can in theory get more iron on the actual belt, but in terms of cost it isn't. We'll be able to cut that cost down to a 1 to 1. As you can see here, it takes 80 molten iron for 8 gear wheels, so it's 10 molten iron per gear wheel, and here it's 10 molten iron per iron plate, so it turns into a 1 to 1 ratio, and I believe we can even get that better as we improve the smelting of things. Yeah, because we don't have the higher tier one yet, but that should be fine. So that produces 240. So we can technically only support 3. Three of these machines, but that is fine for now. Yeah, that's fine with that offset. Actually, we'll do there. Yes, it is a little bit costly, but as we improve the system, it should be fine. Eventually we will be able to support a lot more. Save on a little bit of iron, because red science is definitely eating up a lot. Right, so let's head up top and go get everything plumbed in for this. Let's go and pick up some steel. Eventually, we'll probably get some research going for the steel. Okay, like so. A couple of those. Looks like I must have used copper pipe. Or some other modded pipe. I think it must have been copper. So it looks like copper, but I'm not sure. We have a problem. I can't get... We need the better power pools, because I can't power these inserters. Okay. Yeah, so we'll wait to research those then. In the meantime, we can at least get some more power pools put down. Yeah, we'll just do that for now then, I guess. So that's gonna be like that. No, damn it, like that. Let's actually cancel all these. So I need energy distribution 2. Let's see, what else do I want / need? It doesn't look like anything I can currently research. Powder doesn't really get us anywhere. Tool belt. Tool belt used to be such a good research in my opinion, because the tool belt acted as additional inventory slots. I don't use it really as much anymore. Because I just do Q on everything when I'm building stuff, or I'll just look at my inventory for it. That's at least just me though. Yeah, I mean, thankfully we can just pause and restart research as we need to. I will say, I remember back in the old days that if you canceled a research before you finished it, you would lose all your progress. Now let's go to make car. And now we have a vehicle to get around the base. Yay. Let's go grab the stone brick while I'm thinking about it. Then we'll head back down to go grab more loaders, hopefully. Hey, 221. Oh, our Bobmonium is going to run out. Yeah, it's a good thing we're getting trains soon. In quotations. I use soon very loosely because soon is like gonna be a little bit before we actually get them. But we're getting there. They are on the production queue for us to build next. Okay. So let's go ahead and plumb in you, and I guess you is fine. So now, of course, the question is, do we put one line into each, right? Because obviously it's 2. So this iron line is going to go here. Then the second one is going to go here, and then the third one's going to go to this top part, right? So that kind of just indicates how we're already going to do it. It's like that. So if this is the rightmost, and because we do have this process, we are going to want to convert this iron one over to that, because what it does is it just allows us to use less iron overall. Yes, we're waiting for the energy distribution. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get ourselves a steel furnace. Doesn't have to be steel, but it just helps keep up with production. So this is technically ready to go once we power things in and plug coal in, which we can do right now. Maybe if I can. There we go. And this isn't quite gonna work because something like that. Well, I mean, actually it will. It's gonna, again, it's one of those squirrely things. But if it works, it works. I mean, obviously, this isn't a perfect solution, but it exists. Actually, we could even go a step further and say like that, because then technically it is, because it fits in the 2 wide gap we need it to. But yeah, so we're holding off. We should have everything for the medium poles, right? Copper, iron, steel, copper, iron, and steel. Yep, we have everything. Okay, so we'll be able to make those medium power poles, and then this entire system should work. The reason we're making the coke on site is just because the way it's produced. So in case anybody was wondering, where is it? Coke is made. This is the tier 2 coke recipe is actually the one we're going to use to make all the sulfuric wastewater we need for sulfuric acid, because we'll need a lot of it. Well, we'll need a lot of sulfur and stuff, and this is one way we'll do it, is because we'll end up just making a shit ton of coke and actually carbon by the production chains. But because coal, we can actually make coal. That's interesting. Technically it's charcoal then if we're smelting wood, but anyway, so it's a 1 to 2 and then a 2 to 2, or really a 1 to 1, because 2 input, 2 output. So really it's a 1 to 2. in terms of production costs. So the coal expands into 2, and because it expands, coal's already denser. So that's why we just transport the coal instead of the coke, because we would need twice as much coke. In theory, well, we'd need 2 coke belts to equal 1 coal belt. And yes, it's overkill to have this much production on each thing, but it fits in the build, so I put it here. I'm not going to split hairs over making sure that I'm being 100% efficient with my items. I'm not, you know, looking at, okay, the factory needs this exact amount of things. I'm not ratioing it out that much. This works. This is more than enough for one machine. I could probably even rework this to a degree and get this put in the middle and have it split into each one, but like I said, I'm not going to split hairs over trying to make this that much more efficient. I mean, now if I rebuild it, I might look at that and see, but it's not that big of a deal for me, at least. Once we get the poles, we'll be able to get this whole system turned on and then actually get gears. Currently, gears are being used at Red Science, Green Science. Mainly, this little tidbit of infrastructure is using a lot of gears, and this system will get turned off of these two, and we'll just input gears directly into the things. Well, obviously, this machine for the gray belt, the tier 1 belt, or tier 0, depending on how you want to look at it, does need iron plate, but it doesn't need nearly as much as the gears consume. And then the other big one is loaders. I mean, again, they don't use a whole lot, so we might just leave it as such, because iron is needed anyway. I mean, yeah, it is expensive, but in terms of consumption of things, we'll see. Oh, I might convert it over. 86, we're almost there. Yeah. But now that we have the car, though, getting around the base is going to be much easier. Trains are probably going to get put here. So I'm going to actually delete that add tag. Trains. We're going to put trains here. Just because I know for sure the limit of this, to a degree, is going to exist right here. And then, yeah, we might honestly move power over just a little bit to here, flatten this out, and then just build our steam engines. Eventually we will use solar, because we do have modded solar panels, but obviously solar takes a lot of space, similar, just like in vanilla, it's going to take a lot of space. Although the solar panels are going to be more efficient and we have better versions of the vanilla ones, they're still going to use up a lot of space, so we'll probably end up putting solar panels like over here on this lake, or even to our south will probably be a good area for them as well. At 99%, come on. Thank you. Going to get some medium power poles. And now we can power everything. So now the system's going to power this. I'm just going to throw the coke I have on me in it. I'm going to actually throw it onto the fuel, because nice thing is although the blast furnace requires fuel, coke is a fuel source, and so it will fuel blast furnace as it needs it, which is nice. Alright, so now iron of things is going in, gears are coming out. Alright, that's fun. We could put in a balancer on here, because it's a weird 2-to-1 thing, but it's fine. So now let's go ahead and get some of these systems converted over. Oh, but it actually is that time again. So we will get these systems converted over in the next episode. So, thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like down on the video, as both those things significantly help out. Also, make sure you guys leave a comment, question, or concern down in the comment section. If you have any questions about as to what mods we're using aside from the Angels and Bobs, go ahead and look at the description. Most of the main ones are there. If you want a full and complete list, go look at episode 1. In the first 5 minutes or so, we take a look at all of them. That being said, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.